One of the things that we have seen whenever we were talking to publishers, trying to understand their pain and the opportunities that lies on the social world, what we have seen is that most of the publishers, what they were doing is just trying the best out of the situation. So they were trying as best as possible to have all their posts well crafted with a good image, as you see here in the slide, a good post, very well crafted, adding the link. But unfortunately, what they have seen is that having this all the time as their standard publication, it was extremely time consuming, and they weren't able to do this at scale, right? And the amount of volume that the bigger publication has, it become almost impossible to have this scenario for all of your publications. So what they have saw is that just long and manual flows just to have all those type of content produced, and they had to fall back to the available alternative, right? So just giving the post, giving the link, and ask for the social network to do the trick. So let them create the image preview, give you some context around the content. But again, it's the other extreme. If on one hand, we have a very long and manual flow, on the other hand, we have an oversimplification of the distribution. And it goes much more beyond aesthetics. It's not only that one is nicer than the other. What we have seen is that whenever you put love to your publication, to your posts, the social networks in general deliver much more reach to it. So we have seen 3x reach on posts that are well crafted. But yeah, we know that it's extremely more impactful. But again, we cannot do this every time. And when we dig a little bit further, what we have seen is that there are even more to it. We have seen that some customers were experimenting on, instead of adding the link to the post itself, they were adding the link to the first comment. And for those type of posts, we have seen a 4 to 5x increase in reach, because as all the social platform works, what they want is to keep the user within the platform and avoid any kind of option for them to get out of their own on their own ecosystem. So what they were doing is restricting the distribution for contents that had links that would take the user out of it. And here at Marfeel, you know how we love challenges. You will know whenever we see situations such as this, we cannot just rest quiet. So we try to find a solution. And the solution basically was trying to solve a problem that we have seen on and on, that all the social media managers, all the social teams, literally juggling their resources internally to try to choose which element they will play. I will go for productivity, oversimplify my posts and keep it as simple as possible, sacrificing performance, or I go invest in performance and sacrifice a little bit of productivity. And you know us, you know how we play, and we say, okay, there has to be a way that we can deliver both things at the same time in a much better way. And this is how, and this is why we have came with Amplify. The Amplify objective is to deliver you a flawless distribution, but on a broader scale, right? We want, of course, delivering you a streamlined publication flow. We want nicer and smarter automations. We have seen a lot of automations, but we know that we can do better, and we have done it. And on top of that, and this is our DNA, this is our bread and butter, how can we bring all those insights, all those logics together into a very easy, clear, and easy way to interpret all the data that we bring? So basically, what we have done, instead of choosing one or the other, we have built something that actually puts every social team as superheroes by merging productivity and performance. I remember making a demo to a customer about this product. We have many customers using it right now. We have been testing this for many months, just to make sure that we have a solid product to present to all of you. And when I was delivering this demo to a customer, I said, Pedro, I really want to see how are you gonna make it happen. And this is what today I'm gonna show you. And now it's demo time. So I will use a customer here. I'm looking at a customer called El Financiero. It's one of our beloved customers that we have. And I will choose one article that I want to amplify. Imagine that I have drafted this article. I want to push it. I want to push it into my social networks. How can I do it in a fast way? how can I do it? And I'll start with the manual flow, right? The flow that you're most commonly see on your day-to-day. So let's use this content here, and let's try to amplify it into my social networks. The first thing that you'll see is that it's very easy, very straightforward. You look at your editorial information and you rapidly can choose what you want to distribute. The other thing is that, okay, I want to distribute this, I want to amplify this content, and the first thing that you need to choose is where, right? Am I pushing it for a specific social network, or am I going to a broader audience? Imagine that I can amplify my content to all my social networks profile in only one movement. And this is what I'll try to show you today, and here how you see how easy and impactful it is. As I said, you can choose one by one, but at Marfeel, you'll be able to create your own profile. So it's basically an aggregation of accounts. Hey, I have one breaking news that I want to distribute fast and furious to all my social network accounts. Can I do it? Yes. One simple click of mouse, you just aggregate your account, create your profile, and boom, you'd have it here. And you see how magically we will create publish-ready posts using the optimum and the best practice in the market to maximize your distribution and maximize your conversion, bringing traffic and engagement to your content. So as you can see here, out of the blue, you have already ready to publish content. And we have created this to all the networks we're working with, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever platform you have integrated. You have it here. The post that is crafted, we took this content out of your OG structure. So you see it here already, the post that you have chosen. You see the image of the post, a very nice template that you are able to create your own, or using the one that Marfeel provide you by default, the text of the article. And as we have seen, utilizing the most advanced tactics on increasing distribution and increasing traffic acquisition, because we are increasing the reach. As we have seen, if we don't put the link in the content, we will be able to increase the reach. And if we put it here, we will be able to bring the traffic as well. So here, what Marfeel is doing is, without any effort on your end, we're able to deliver perfect post for you to distribute. And we have done this to Facebook, and we have done this to Instagram as well, with a different template, just to make sure that your post doesn't look the same across all the networks. And not only the layout we have changed, we are able to just choose how you want to adapt the photo. If you want to zoom in, if you want to zoom out, you can adapt wherever you want. And of course, we will allow you to customize not only the photos and the visual, but the posts. We know that each social network has different tones, have different way that we want to present to the public. And with that in mind, other than bringing the description that you have chosen for your publication, Marfeel will give you, using our Copilot power, we will be able to provide you with suggestion of alternative post descriptions. And we will adapt each tone, each post to the social network that you want to distribute. We know that on LinkedIn, the tone is completely different from Instagram. So we need to adapt. We don't need to go one formula fits all, because it's not true. So we will be able to deliver you full customization if you want to improve what we have shown. What we will bring you, it's already publish ready, but if you want to adjust, you can adjust, you can adapt, you can make it more fit to what you want to publish, right? And not only we will allow you to edit the post itself, but we'll, as I said, you'll be able to add the image. We will already bring one of the images that you have on your article. You'll be able to add or change the image that you have. Imagine that I want to build a carousel instead only of a single post. I just come here in this plus button. I can choose the alternative images I have already in the article that Marfeel identified automatically, those images, and boom, I have another image and a carousel automatically created to increase engagement and to get your user more addicted to your content. As you have seen, we already have brought this first comment. So what this means is that Marfeel will not only post this into your social networks, but will also add the content automatically without you doing anything. So what we're doing here is taking the best of both worlds. We're doing everything automatically for you. We're incorporating all the best practices, and we're delivering it in a single click of mouse, but also allowing you to add it wherever you want. And this is extremely powerful because you can go beyond. You can say, hey, Pedro, I know that this is image and text, but if for any given reason, I want to change the template that I want to use or the format that I want to use in each of the social network, can I do it? It's yes. You'll see here that we'll be able to post photo and videos as you have here. You'll be able to post only text if I want. If you want to post articles and link previews, we still allow you to do so. And we are also incorporating native formats that each social platform provides you with. So one of the Facebook's native formats is what we call Facebook presets, that you can come here, click, choose the template, and you have very nice, colorful posts that you can add. A lot of people are trying those things. Facebook is promoting it, so why not integrating it here? The same applies to Instagram. I don't want a normal post. I want a story. I want to publish a story, and I want to use all the powerful solutions that Marfeel provides me to create an engaging content and a different storytelling to make this even more appealing. This is extremely powerful, extremely useful, and will bring everything for you right here. On LinkedIn, other than the natural and the usual formats that you will have, will also bring you the possibility to create polls. We know how engaging poll is. We know how the user loves to answer our polls, and even for us to bring it and giving this dynamic to our users. And you'll be able to create polls straight from Marfeel without needing to change platforms, delivering huge productivities to your team, making sure that you have the best possible configuration for your posts. You have a lot of other customization options. You can customize the UTMs, so you can edit the campaign, so you're easily trackable. You can do a lot of things to make sure that this works as it should. Whenever you think that you find the right set for your publisher or for your post, the thing that you should do is choose what you want to do with it. You can save it as a draft, right? So imagine that part of your team, they are not allowed to publish directly on the social networks, but they can create it for later on some other members of your team review it and publish. Marfeel will allow all your user and all your workflows to be controlled by ACLs that will give specific permission for specific members of your team, depending on the role that they will behave. So they will be able to save as a draft. They will be able, if they have the permission to do so, to publish directly, to schedule to a specific date and time, or to choose to put it into a queue. Let's try to put it into a queue for today, right? So by doing this, I'm adding this post to a queue for all social networks that I'm here pushing for. So you can see it here. We can go and we can even save as a draft. You can do whatever you want. And this will automatically go to the queue, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. So you'll be allowed to do whatever you want. So, okay, Pedro, I have published it. I have done all the magic that you have helped me with. It's done. How do I check it? How can I control it? And how can I manage all my posts? And you can see here that you have your Amplify dashboards that you can see all the posts that you have had. You see that all the posts that I have chosen, they will be marked here as queued. And here you have the list of all the posts that you have published on your social network. No matter if it was through Marfeel, no matter if you have done directly in the social platform, no matter if you use another tool, we will bring everything from here. Naturally, the one that we have done into Marfeel, we will be able to identify if it was automatically, if it's queued, if it's scheduled. So you'll be able to filter even all of them using the status. Hey, Pedro, I want to know what we have scheduled for today or even during this week. So I have 2 posts scheduled for today, one for 7 p.m., the other for 5 p.m. So you'll be able to see whatever I have posted already. You can control everything from here, filtering and adding all the details you want. You can go for more visual view of all of your posts. You will bring all the metrics straight forward so you can check very visually what's working and what is not, giving you full autonomy. But as you know, we went beyond. We want to bring all the intelligence and the power that we offer on our analytical tool also to your social management day to day. And here what we're bringing is an overview of all of your distribution channels, Facebook, recommenders, Instagram, LinkedIn, everything that you have, not only showing you the KPIs, but also leveraging the power that our predictive analytics allows you to do. So I can look at here, it's okay, in LinkedIn today, I'm seeing that I'm green, I'm seeing that I'm above average. Maybe on Facebook, I'm a little bit below. Let's take a look at it. Let's look at feed by feed, and let's look at channel only Facebook. So I can see everything that is happening right now on my social networks, feed by feed, filter by our channel, Facebook. And here you clearly see which social networks is working, every single detail of each one of them, how many followers I got during this weekend, the new followers, maybe I lost a little bit here, I gained a little bit there, and you'll be able to control every single one. Let's take a look into one feed by itself, right? Remember, I've asked to put my the publication that we have seen before, we have put it in queue, and you can see here that it's already there. It's already queued. I can choose whenever I publish it, or the system will publish automatically. But before looking at here, what you will see is that we have a feed schedule. This is X-ray of what has happened and what is happening on your feed right now. I'm seeing that at 8 a.m. we have published this article here. At 9, we've published this, and here is our schedule for the day. Remember that we had 2 posts scheduled. They're here, one at 5, the other one at 9. And we have another one queued that we can wait for auto-publish to decide whenever it should be published, or you can just drag and drop and choose in which slot do you want to put it. And if you don't have any manual curation, if you don't have anything else scheduled, of course, if you want to make real automation power and giving the productivity you love and you like, this is where Marfeel really changes the game. We will allow you to use our smart recommendation engines to decide what to publish and when to publish. And here is where you will see all the next articles that our recommender have chosen to be published in the specific order that is shown. If you want, hey, Pedro, I see that this one is the 4th one, but I want to publish it directly, just drag and drop. Choose the slot that you want, add it, and we'll give you both the best of both worlds, right? You have the automation and you have the manual decision that you can do. This is extremely powerful by itself, but again, let's take another step forward. And now I'll bring you, again, another concrete case that we have seen in the last few days, where the customer posed me individually, specifically, a very interesting challenge. Hey, Pedro, okay, nice, but I want to take a step forward. I want to have different logics of recommendation in different times of the day, because my users consumes the content differently if they look at during the business hours and if they're looking at night at their sofa at their homes. Does Marfeel allow me to do it? And of course we do. So let me show you a concrete case that we have seen, right? For each of the accounts that you have, you will be able to create a specific recommendation engines and recommendation rules that you want to put. As I said, the recommendation for LinkedIn might be different from the one in Instagram, and we want you to have the autonomy to decide that. So I will configure a logic for this case here. This is a Facebook account, so I come here to the cogwheel and I say, okay, first I want to define the logics that I want to implement. I go here in engines and I define, I will create 2 logics, right? I will say, hey, I want my working hours. I have my working hours publishers, so work hours. It's called like that. I'll put it blue. And during my work hours, let's do something. I want to reflect and I want to mimic what generally all people do. So, hey, as soon as it get out of my CMS, I want Marfeel to publish it on my social network. So basically, the only thing that I need to do is tell my recommenders, hey, just publish the latest one. Do not make any other complex logics. Just publish the latest one. This is how most of the publishers have it already. And this is how it works. But yeah, but we know that we cannot be on that, so we give it a little bit extra. What we have seen is that sometimes you don't want to publish a certain type of content on your social network. Maybe because it doesn't resonate with your audience, or maybe because it doesn't resonate with the social platform itself. Maybe some violence, maybe other type of content. Maybe you have crawling issues in the social network, and you don't want those contents to appear. All those are real cases. So I'll just show you here how you can do it, right? So here, what we can tell the recommender is not only to publish the latest, but I want to publish only the ones related to my domain. And the other thing that, as I said, I don't want for the publication, and what I want is that the recommender doesn't, or the recommender excludes two specific sections, because I don't want this to appear. I don't want to have, let's call it events or crime-related topic, right? So I can look at here, I see crime. So I don't want those two sections, any content from those two sections. I don't want none of them to appear. So I can tell the recommender, give me the latest of my domain, but please exclude those two sections, because we have seen that those sections doesn't work properly. And I just come and save. Let's create the other one and let's call it after hours, right? And during this after hours, what they have told me is, okay, Pedro, what I want is that at the end of the day, I want to give my users a summary of the day. What have worked best for everything that we have published? How can we bring this to their attention, giving them a summary of just what have happened? And you can come here and say, okay, I want to give all the popular content that I have, and I want the popular content to be in the last 24 hours. So everything that was more popular in the last 24 hours, I want to publish. But I want to add some logics as well. I know that by night, I want to give to my readers my core sections, the section that makes my publication its DNA and where people really goes after us to see. And I want the country, I want economy, I want politics, and let's take those three as for example. So I want whatever that's popular in the last 24 hours from those three specific sections. But we want to go beyond. I want only for you to suggest content that we have published in the last 48 hours. So I would choose new here as the type of content, so I can guarantee that I will deliver you actual news that happened very recently. And by doing that, I'm creating different logics. Let's put it black here just to make it easier for us to see. We have a blue and a black one. And now what I need to do is just schedule when I want each of those recommenders to appear. Let's say that I want from Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I want my working hours recommended to appear, and I want it to publish every 15 minutes. Okay, this is what I want. So this will be my core recommendation engine, but I want to be able to configure much more complex logics. I want to be able to configure here that from 8 to 11, for example, I will use my after hours engines. And this time I want to publish every 60 minutes. And on Saturdays and Sundays, what I want is to give a overview, but not on only the day that I have seen. I want the summary of the week, right? So I have one other engine called the most popular of the week, and I want this to be published during the weekend automatically. Without me doing nothing, my social network will be managed not only by delivering more and more content, not volume for the sake of volume. We're giving intelligence, we're giving performance, and we give insights to our users. And the best of the best is that our recommender will publish following the same logic that we have seen when we were creating the manual publishing. So we will create an image, we will use the layout that you have chosen, we will add the first comment. So basically, as I have promised you in the beginning, we will be able to give the productivity to have an almost fully automated social network with the best practice, most impactful performance that a social network can have. And this is what we're bringing here with a few clicks of a button, and everything is sorted out, and you just activate this and the system will take care of everything, as you have seen. And if you want to add manually override what the recommender can do, you just schedule, you just put in the queue and drag and drop. Remember, the system will always give priority for things that you have manually chosen. If you have chosen something to be published at 7, like here, sorry, at 5 p.m., our recommender will not interfere because you manually chose that. If you pick this and put it here, the recommender will do this also. If you have something queued, the recommender will give priority to the queue instead of their automatic recommendation, because they understand that your decision goes above all automatic decisions. So this is extremely powerful. You can look at not only here, but we can look backwards, what we have published today, and we will also follow everything with our super powerful KPIs and predictive analytics. So now that we're talking metrics, let's go for the real deal, right? So as I have said, we will deliver 3 things: streamlined workflow, nicer and smarter automation, and now an integrated reporting structure. Now, as you will see here, every single social metrics that you can barely imagine, we will bring it here. Not only the ones related to your platform, but we'll also bring information from your competitors. Of course, if you have our listener, our monitoring solution, we will be able to bring you information not only related to your account, but from your competitors. You will be able to compare your performance with your competitors very easily. Also, everything integrated here at Marfeel. Let's do an example a live example. So let's look at, I want to follow and I want to monitor my followers, and I want to compare my followers to my competitors. I just come here, I choose social monitoring followers, I go and I want to see it by account. So I can hear social monitoring accounts. And what I see here is all the social networks that I'm tracking and how the followers oscillate throughout the day. So I know that we track a lot of people. Let's consider that this is us, and our main competitors, let's imagine that is this and this publication here. I can clearly see that I'm above, but I can monitor if there is any growth on their side. I can look at and I can investigate. I can see what they have done, and I can go and investigate more and more. I can not only see the followers here, but I can check how are the interaction is going, how the interaction proposal is going. Is it possible for me to check it? Yes, for sure. You can look at here and we will paint not only your interactions, but your competitors as well. So you'll be able to compare yourselves, you'll be able to control everything and keep an eye on your competitors, which we know it's extremely powerful. So the social monitoring solution that we have will not only help you with inspiration on what to publish, but also to keep a very keen eye on our competitors, because we know how fast those things change. But now let's look at our own metrics and our own performance. So this customer is using Marfeel Amplify for more or less a month. He's one of the first adopters and is helping us a lot. So big shout out to Grupo Nación. But let's see how the Amplify usage for the last 30 days impacted the main metrics, right? The final and the end game. Do I have more social traffic or not? So what I'm doing here is looking at page views. I'm looking at the host that we're working, and I'm only looking at social traffic. And the first thing that I want to do is, okay, let's compare it to the preceding period. And boom, what we have here, it's a growth of 65% month over month on my social traffic on the domain that I'm working, Amplify, with a lot of intention. So this already proves me that, okay, I have a major impact. And generally, the first hypothesis that comes to mind is, okay, Pedro, naturally, you're posting more. And of course, by posting more, you have more traffic. Let's see if this hypothesis stands. So I'm already have pre-created this report here. I'm looking at social posts from all the accounts from El Financiero. And what we have seen is that actually we are posting a little bit below our average. So we have 64% more traffic with 1% less publication. So naturally, we have a much more impactful publication rate. So everything we're doing, we're using the same energy. Remember, everything is automated now. Almost everything is automated. You have your manual capabilities if you want, but I'm delivering what I have promised, right? Productivity and performance. Let's dig a little bit deeper. The other thing that I can do is, okay, so how do I have, if I don't have more posts, but I have more traffic, let's look at, for example, my interactions per post. Maybe my posts are more appealing. Maybe my post is more engaging. And I clearly see by adding this metric and comparing to what I was doing before, that I don't need to publish more to be more impactful. I just need to publish better. And we see here that our interaction increased 75% in every post that I put out in the world. So it's not only a matter of working more, of doing more, it's doing better, it's doing smarter. And this is what Marfeel stands for. This is our DNA. So let's try to investigate a little bit deeper. Okay, Pedro, you show me the consequences, but just let's take a look at the causes that leads us to this performance. So I'll take this preceding period out, and I'll try to group here by, I don't know, post type. Let's see if there's any sort of change on my post type. And the first thing that I see, I'm not discovering the fire here, I'm not doing anything new, but I know that whenever I put an image in the text, in my post, my interaction rate just skyrockets, right? My average is 40. My image interaction, so every time I publish an article with a post with an image, my interaction grows significantly. So I see here that I have 67, it's 66% above my average. But again, I'm not discovering the wheel, but I see that link and text post, they are far below my average. So what have changed? I'm telling you what it is, but let's look what have changed. Again, let's compare to the preceding period. And let's look at my bar chart. And I'm looking at my social post by type. So what I clearly see here, that by adopting Marfeel, they were able to publish much more image type and reducing everything related to link and text, because it's what we have spoken before. We publish link, we publish text because we need to be there, we need our presence, and making good, impactful, and nice art to the social network is extremely, extremely costly. Not with Marfeel. With Marfeel, we can deliver the same performance with higher productivity. So by doing less, what they're actually doing is receiving much more. And here you can clearly see, of course, we can go much beyond. We have a lot of other graphs and reports that you can do. And remember, everything that I'm showing here, every little thing, every single report that I'm showing, you can save into a dashboard. And again, you can see here an example of a dashboard with all those metrics already incorporated. So I have my view per post, I have my interaction, my clicks, everything. So my section, my topics, and this is something extremely, extremely powerful as well. What we have heard continuously when we're talking to publishers, that social media team speaks one language and the editorial team speaks another language. One talks about publishers, about posts, the other talks about articles, about sections, how to bring those two worlds together. And this is what we're doing here. By using Marfeel, we will be allowed to cross all those dimensions into the same reporting structure, so all your team can speak the same language. You can align resources, you can align your strategy towards a common goal, because at the end, this is the game we're playing. So this is a very interesting option for you to do, create your dashboards. So here you can mix your competitor analysis with your performance post, understanding the automation, drill down with our possibility to go very in depth on campaigns, customizing your campaigns, understanding your layout performance. I'm just showing you the tip of the iceberg. The solution is incredibly, incredibly powerful. And of course, as we're doing everything now, you have all our documentation explained here, point by point, giving you full description in full detail of everything we could do. So we will adapt. You can go over, you can review every single point, and our academy will help you navigate all that. So please leverage this, leverage our CS team, your account managers, and we'll be happy to follow you through this intense and interesting journey. So I expect that I have fulfilled the promise to deliver productivity and performance, but actually what we have done is what we're doing actually is closing a very interesting gap, right? We are delivering inspiration and benchmarking with Marfeel monitoring, we have just seen. We will support you with content creation, with Marfeel Copilot Plus, with native CMS integration. I invite you all to join our next session next week. It'll be extremely interesting. We are giving you a powerful tool to maximize your distribution and minimize your efforts, and allowing your team to focus on what we show now, on continuous analysis and improvement. This should be the game we're playing. How can I improve my strategy? How can I make it better? And we will close the gap, because at the end, Marfeel is not only an analytical platform. Marfeel is not only an AI-powered solution. Marfeel is not a distribution. Marfeel is the publisher platform, and we are here to cover your journey end to end. But again, we were not totally satisfied with that. So how can we push it a little bit further, right? So if we can amplify off page, why not amplify in page? And we have already a very strong and widely adopted recommender engine that you all are using in inline recommendation, widgets on your sidebar to automatize parts of your home pages and even your sections and author pages. So why not amplify your content into those distribution channel as well? And the use case here is enormous and, again, very, very powerful. For example, imagine that I have a branded content that I want to publish and I want to push to give more visibility. I have an agreement with my partners and I need to give more visibility to those branded contents. How can I do it without sacrificing homepage real estate? How can I maximize this? How can I push a breaking news through all my websites so every single recommendation engine push this on top of all the others, right? And by thinking on that, so let's take that I want to push this article here inside my recommendation engines. You do the same, right? At the same way we can amplify an article just by hovering over and choosing amplify. If you enter here into details, you can click amplify, and not only you will be able to push into your social networks, but you will see here that we will bring all your recommenders that you have created at Marfeel. Of course, we create a profile where you can distribute to all recommenders you have. We'll choose this one. And what we will give you is the ability for you to customize the way you want to distribute this within your recommender stack, right? So for how long I want this article to be promoted and to be pushed into the recommender? Maybe 2 hours, maybe 2 days. Which priority do I have? Do I want to push it extremely hard, put it on top of everything? Yeah, so I go sponsorship, I go all in. Hey, I want to put it, but I don't want to give a lot of priority. Let's put it normal or even low. Do I want this article to appear in the first position, in the second position? Can I customize that fully? You can do it here. Or let's go back to the branded content situation, right? Imagine that you have just signed technology branded content and they want to push this only on your technology section. So you can come here, you can go for technology, and I want to push this, everything related to technology, and I will push this content in all my recommender, but only on articles that are under those 2 sections. So you can have a very strong strategy, or you can fine-tune to exactly the power that you need. Of course, we will allow you to have the image, the URL, the description, so you can give, again, all the power that you want, following the same rules as we have shown before. Last but not least, and this also comes from requests from many of you, is that, okay, Pedro, I have situation that I don't want to push something to my recommender, but I have situation that I have to blacklist this content. I don't want this content to appear anywhere on my recommendation nor my social network. You can come here and you can blacklist this content. You can exclude this content to any recommendation that Marfeel does. So if you have something that you're not sure if it's brand safe, or you have something that you know that you will have problems with a recommender and making it broader, just come here and blacklist this content. So you have all the power you want. You have everything you want just by choosing here. Again, couple of click of the mouse and you'll be able to do that. So again, we push it further. I just go with a little review of everything that we have seen today. We have seen a lot of things. I want to give rooms as well for questions. So we have shown photo finish. We have post and queue. I'll be very fast here, just not to use your time. We have auto publish, LinkedIn comment, full customization, amplify metrics, and on-page distribution, covering an end-to-end workflow to help you throughout all challenges that you might face. So with that, I close this initial statements. If you are interested in this, do not hesitate to reach out to your account manager, to your CSM. We'll be happy to help you. And now we go for Q&A.
Well done, Pedro. So thank you so much for that. It was really insightful. I've seen also tons of questions. Thank you everyone for the question in the Q&A. The team had summarized them manually, not AI based. So we have a team of normal people doing that. So I'm gonna crack on with some I would say generate question. And that probably what the question coming the most in is, when will be Amplify available?
Yeah, actually, Amplify is available to all of you. So every paying customer of Marfeel, everyone that has an account with Marfeel, they'll have the option to test it. You have the option to test it for free. We opened this on our keynote, so everyone that went and watched our keynote was notified that everything that you have shown is already open, is already available for you to use and to test free of charge. You can go crazy, go all in, and we'll be happy to hold your hand and follow you through this process. So yeah, we'll have another 4 weeks of Amplify completely free and completely open for all of you to try. So do not hesitate. Just start it right now. We have seen the impact. Go and test. And of course, if you have any question in doubt, do not hesitate to reach out to our support or our CS team.
And I think there is a good follow back question to that, is how will the pricing for this be structured?
Yeah, we will our price, naturally, it's based on accounts and branch profile, but do not hesitate to talk to your CSM, your account manager. We'll be happy to give you further details, specific quotation. But again, do not wait this to test. Just hands-on test, and in parallel, we will be dealing with the pricing request.
I remember an old presentation we've done, I think it was together, and the things was test, and I
Yes.
just remember that one. Let's go back to a little bit more on publication. So maybe you would like to show the platform again. And we had received some question about uploading a picture from my computer. How can I do that?
Yeah. Again, as I've said, we will bring all the images that you have already in the article. So let's push here everywhere. You know, every image that you have in the article, we will bring it by default, not only the main one, but every single one. Of course, if you have more, just click it here, and you can upload anything from your directory to add to the publication itself. So no worries, you can add even custom image, things that you create in Canva. You just can bring it here, upload it, and you have best of both worlds, right? I've seen a lot of cases where some infographics are made specifically for social networks, and you want to add it there, add it here. It's not one or the other. It's just combining efforts and make the magic possible, basically.
Excellent. So what can you customize of the style of the image? Can I create my own, and how?
Okay. By default, Marfeel will bring you with, we will bring some already pre-made layouts, right? That you can use out of the box just to make the usage much simpler. But of course, if you want to edit yours, we'll have the ability for you to come here to the Amplify button. You can come here at layouts, and you will see the list of layouts that we're already offering you by default. You'll see that not only you will have the normal layouts, but we will also offer a link in bio. So this is something that will be possible to do it as well. And if you want to start from scratch, you just here create a new layout. Or if you want to leverage something that Marfeel already have done, you just choose the one that you want and add it, and then you'll be able to save it on top. On top of it, you'll be able to clone it and save another one. Everything is very straightforward. It's very easy. You need only to do it once. And it's basically an HTML and CSS element, right? So just come here, edit what you want, add your CSS, and boom, we will be able to replicate it across all of your networks.
Super. Is it possible to pre-amplify an article that will go live later?
For sure. So one of the options when you amplify an article, so let's choose so one account only, but you can do this with multiple accounts as well. You can come here and schedule for a specific date and time, right? So you'll be able to choose not only a day, but hey, I want it tomorrow at 5:52. Why? I don't know. Then maybe there's an event starting. Maybe you want to have added here. So you'll be able to be extremely precise whenever you want to publish things manually.
Excellent. Can you select the exact time of publication? For example,
Yeah,
1:50.
this one I think I've already answered, combined with
Yeah.
this last one.
You can decide whatever time you want.
Yeah.
Let's move on a bit more with the automation part of things, okay? How does this work for large syndication style networks or content that is shared across multiple domains?
Very good, very good. So we have this fully supported. So if you want, if you are a multi-domain media group and you have content that you produce in one domain, but you spread throughout all of your domain, we have a solution for it. What Marfeel has done is provide you with what we call dynamic URL, but basically what you will be able to do is set up and configure everything. So with one single post, you can distribute to multiple domains, respecting the URL from each domain that you have. We have everything documented, so you'll be allowed to do this. Extremely powerful, and it covers this syndication content type of use case. And we have publishers using it already, and we have seen a very, very good another productivity gain when it goes down that road.
How often is content recirculated, and what is the logic for recirculating content?
How often is the content recirculated, and what is the logic for recirculating content? Okay, so what we have nowadays is that our recommender, just to avoid multiple publication of the same content, we only publish articles repetitively after 48 hours, right? So whenever our recommender look at which articles to suggest, we will look at your social network backwards, no matter if it was published manually by Marfeel, outside of Marfeel. We will look at backwards, and we will take several parameters. But if you need any help, do not hesitate to reach out to our CS team, and we'll be able to help you with that.
Okay. Can I customize the design of the post? That I think we already covered, but I will read it again. So can I customize the design of the post, or it works only with the Amplify design? I think we covered it.
Yeah, you use the layouts, and again, just to show how this works, you can have different layouts for different social accounts, right? Imagine that, hey, Pedro, I want my post from Facebook being different than my post from Instagram. You can enter in your account. You just come here and you define what is the standard layout for this social network. So imagine that for my account in Facebook, what I want is having expanded or a bordered layout. I just choose it here. I can save, and will automatically apply this to all auto publication that you generate. And also, it will be the template that you'll see whenever you try to create a new manual publication as well. So, and if in Instagram you want to change it, just come here. I'll take this one as an example. So you'll be able to see here, you see that I changed the account. You have an easy way to change all the accounts that you have integrated. You again come to the cogwheel, and again you'll be able to change everything here. So again, will give you full customization, the ability to choose exactly what you want, keeping the productivity that you seek.
And maybe you want to show everything that is around the HTML and the CSS in order to generate those layouts.
Yeah. The layouts, as I've shown you before, you just come here, choose the layout you want as an inspiration, go to the HTML, edit whatever you want, add your CSS, put your logo. If you have a custom typography, add it here. If you want a specific color, specific image, add it here. You have full flexibility to define those layouts. Then the best part, you only have to do it once. We take care of the rest.
Excellent. I'll go to a question that's asked: can Amplify automate the process of choosing the news and making the post? or that part has to be manual?
Now, as you see, we give you the flexibility to choose to do whatever you want, right? You can have your accounts fully automated. We can take care of 100% of your automation. Let's go again to see. Let's take this Facebook account. Imagine that I want it to be fully automated without any human interaction. I just come here, go to, or I choose one single recommender for the whole time if I want. This is what we call the simple view. Or you can schedule every single day with one different or the same recommender. If you add it here, so we will automatize the whole day. If you add from Monday to Sunday, we'll have fully automated. And the fact that it's fully automated doesn't mean that you cannot intervene. We will have it fully automated. But if you want to override any suggestion, if you want to push something because a breaking news came and you want to make it visible to all your users, do not hesitate. Just publish now, push it, and we will respect your manual decision before and on top of everything that is automatically.
I have someone that said, I would like to know if it's possible to use Amplify to have related notes in a specific article.
Yeah, you can use the recommender. Let me just read the question again. Yeah. You can use the recommender just to choose, and you can go to the engines and play with the recommender, right? So we have popular, we have balance, we have multi-thread, we have trendy, we have a lot of options that you can choose to define what type of content we will be able to add. So you can use our inline recommenders for example. You can come here, you go for an inline recommender and amplify it by. So let's go for a recommender. Let's take one recommender here, and we can add curations. We can add curations, right? We can configure everything from here. We can allow people to add new things. And our recommender is extremely powerful. You can use it. And of course, you can use Amplify later on just to come and say, Pedro, I want to push this recommender, this article into the recommender that I had just seen. Just amplify it.
Excellent. If I am fully automated, how are the social text being written? Is it AI? And if so, can I control the prompts?
Okay, so by default, as you have seen, we will respect what you define on your OG metas, right? So we will take the OG title, we will take the OG description. As you see here, whenever I amplify an article, let's choose any I'm sorry. So if you amplify it to Facebook, we will take the CMS description, right? This comes from your OG description, the title comes from your OG titles, but of course, we will suggest other prompts using Marfeel already pre-made prompts. If you want to create a prompt that it's your own because you have the intelligence, because you have done already, you can use our prompt manager, create your own prompt and use it as an ideation here for make your prompt more like as you want to.
Excellent. If it comes to automated posts, once the story is queued up, if there is a headline or excerpt change, are those things automatically updated before the story gets published?
Yes, if you change the OG description or title and the update time of the article, we will be able to see it automatically. Whenever you update the article updated time, we will recall it, we'll identify, and it will automatically change everything that is queued. If it's already published, we cannot do anything, but if it's queued, we will be able to change and adapt dynamically based on your latest change.
Okay. If we want if we want to measure the traffic from the URL that we put like comment, we can see it in dark social. Okay, let me read it. Sorry. So if we want to measure the traffic come from the URL that we put in comment, can we see it as dark social?
Yeah. So whenever Marfeel adds, so we are what the question is we add automatically here the URL, right? We add the link people to click, and one of the illegible downside that people mention is that they were not able to track clicks and performance of those links. Not with Marfeel. Marfeel will give you these links fully instrumented, so whenever people clicks on it, we will show everything on your reporting structure. So we will be able to track all the URLs, so you can know the clicks each link, if it's the first comment or any other place that you added. So yeah, everything that we add will be fully instrumented. You will be able to track every single click, so you can measure the performance.
Do we support threads?
Yes, we support threads, we support Blue Sky, but Telegram. So it's not only social networks. We're always moving towards social platform, experimenting with many channels. As I said, we are doing a big thing here. We have seen that a lot of users does not have accounts there because, hey, Pedro, we cannot even manage the one we have. How will have more presence in all those other channels, right? And Marfeel comes to solve this. So add everything. We'll be able to handle everything you want.
So let's keep going. Then some people asked on the Q&A if we're supporting X, Twitter.
Yes, very soon. Twitter is coming. Of course, there will be an additional cost due to X policy, but yeah, we'll be able to fully support it.
Excellent. And what about YouTube?
Yeah, coming soon as well. So we have a lot of things on the oven. We have received a lot of requests from our early adopters. There's a long queue. Our team are actively and intensely working on it. So yeah, again, if you test whatever you see that you like to have that you do not see on the platform, do not hesitate. We want you to criticize, to give us suggestions, to tell us how can we do better. This is the only way we can improve. You are the specialist. You are the one on the day-to-day, understanding the pain. So ask us. We'll be happy to hear. Of course, everything that we can and that makes sense, we'll be able to implement.
And that goes very well with the next question. I've seen it a few times actually passing by. Does it work with paid and promoted social media?
Yeah, we have active conversations around that. We are working on it. So if you have, we are mapping out the needs, what type of information you'd like to see, how you'd like to work with it. So please, if you have any need related to this, reach out to your CS, send to our support organization. Tell us exactly what you need, and we will gather everything so we can think and plan a good product for all of you.
Excellent. And last but not least, as you know, my favorite sentence, WhatsApp channels.
Yeah. This is when I said that we're trying, we're experimenting in many fronts. This is one thing that we're working in messaging, not that it's WhatsApp specifically, but we're working on messaging platforms as a whole. We understand that there's a new channel that people are using to get in contact with your articles. So yeah, we are exploring it. Again, if you have any need, any particular use case, please do not hesitate to reach out to our CSM. The more requests, the more petition we have around a specific topic, it's more prone for us to put attention into it, right? So please do. If you have need, do not hesitate to reach out to us. Tell us.
Excellent. So some people ask about if we're also providing a URL shortener when posting on social media.
Oh, yes. Actually, this is a very, I appreciate this question, because we are launching tomorrow, actually, a new URL shortener. We have seen that not only for statistical reasons, there are some character limitation in many social platforms. So we will provide our own Marfeel shortener. So again, we want to cover an end-to-end. We want to provide you every single solution you need. So yes, starting tomorrow, we will have URL shortener. It will call MRFLU. So yeah, we'll be happy to have this and to have all of you making those things.
Excellent. So we are 5 minutes after 6, but some people ask, say, where can I get those recording, those videos, those amazing workshops, whatever they want to call them. So they are available on our YouTube channels, Marfeel Analytics. So do not hesitate to go there and to have them. If you don't find us and you need it, send an email to either your CSM or your person you are speaking to at Marfeel, and we will send you a link without any problem at all.
Yeah, just a comment here, Alex. Remember, we are adding subtitles to all of our recording, our latest recording. So we will have subtitles in Spanish and Portuguese, French, so we can share internally with your team as well, so they can understand and they can take the best of everything that we're offering.